Hey guys, we're looking into World of Haiku. Um, we've done mission 1, 2, and 3. We're looking into mission 4. Let's see where this takes us. So, mission 4 it has two submissions 4A and 4B. 4A is the Dogs of War, 4B is the Land at War. So, let's go on to 4A. We'll have to use ping, call, SSH, and stuff like that. So, let's get started. Okay, we are presented with the terminal. There is the message box. There is a rascal. It says, according to my contacts, inside allied business machines, there seems to be a critical malfunction in their CDS, which is Central Drone Server. This is bad because that server controls their 10 advanced Keynet classes, nuclear war missiles currently in there. So basically, seems to be a OT SCADA system where, if you've heard of the Iranian story, I think the US Iranian story, if I believe, Stuxnet, STUXNET. Stuxnet was a similar malware which basically affects these nuclear power plants and stuff like that. I think it happened in 2009, 2010, somewhere around there. You can read more into it if you're interested. This Horseman virus is something similar, which could affect or possibly trigger a nuclear war and destroy the world. At least that's what these guys are telling us. Yeah. Yes, I am reading they are headed to parts of Allied Asia Empire, the Neo-Russian Federation, the African China Union, the Neo Euro Commonwealth, whatever. My God, that is what. Yeah, as we guessed. Uh, these are some of the people that is going to try and cause a war in the world and possibly take this nuclear missiles as hostage. Maybe leverage that. I mean, no one wants a nuclear war. Probably take control of it, leverage that to gain something out of it. Use ping to see if we have access to the ABM site. So ABM, we discovered some of the IP address of ABM before. Let's check in our notes. Let's see if we have access to the IP addresses. Theater isn't okay. ABM, here we have ABM IP address. Let's ping 191.192.1.197. All right, we are able to ping. I'll do a control C to stop it. Now they want us to use curl and see, if there is a web server. Typically, if there is a web server, we can use curl to retrieve that data. So let's do curl 191.192.1.197, and that says, hey, there is a web server. And once there is a web server, so they're basically asking us to look into some of the common places in the web server. So typically /admin, slash robots.txt, these are some of the common files. Robots.txt is a file that has something called an allow or disallow statement that say these are all the subdirectories crawlable by search engines and these are not. You can Google it a bit more about it. So let's do 192.192.1.197 slash robots.txt. And as we mentioned, here we can see there is a disallow statement that says, hey, whatever search engine you are, if you're Google or DuckDuckGo or whatever you are, do not crawl the subdirectory, do not retrieve these results and post it in your search engine results. So that's what it's saying. Since we have that information, let's look into what there is. It says SSH addresses, SSH address, and we have 192.196.1.84, and then there is a username and there's a hash. I think it's a password hash. Probably we have to crack it, or Rascal has to crack it. Rascal says, I think I have enough information to decode the username and password. Probably Rascal guessed the password and it might log us into it. Oh, it's asking us to log into it. Okay, anyway, um, if we need to log into a target system, if nmap is there, let's actually try and see um, what ports are running rather than blindly trying to log in. So when I do run nmap on the IP address that is provided there, we can see port 22 was up, and we have some login credentials. Wicked is the username, panda is the password. Let's do SSH wicked at 192.168.1.84. It is logged, right? Maybe I should complete this. Now use SSH, and this is how you use it. Username and IP address. Control C to terminate or get stuck. Check your manual for more ways to use SSH. Anyway, now if we run it, it should probably work. It's asking password. Let's do panda as the password. What happened? Right? What was the password? It's PNDA. Okay, the username is wrong. Wicked Panda. Wicked Panda. Anyway, we are logged in. Let's look into this device. I think the machine is complete. The machine was just to log into SSH, and then the first one, the dog of war, is complete. Let's move into the next one. Okay, the path of peace, stop the horseman virus. So this is the continuation to the foray. Um, and what do they ask us to do? Looks like you are on a bus network. Bus is a network, type. This means that the data flow is slower because server depends on that one central cable. Thank God the grid for that or the virus could have gained control of CDS much earlier. We need to find a server, then run Xeon on the virus to shut it down. So we did get something called Xeon key earlier. Probably we're going to use that to stop this virus. Xeon is more like an antidote to stop this weird explosion, whatever. The network tells me the war horseman virus might be called Big Red or Big Dawn or something like that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and look, what we have. List what is in documents. We have a couple of files, XML files. Let's look into what is mail before, trying to actually read it. Let's actually first try and figure what it is there. Mail trash, nothing. Mail spam, nothing. Mail sent, nothing. Mail inbox. There is an access code in mail inbox, which seems interesting. First, we need to stop the horseman. Second, find the AZ security word. Okay, anyway, that's it in mail. There is this access code update EML, which is interesting in mail. Let's also look in trash now. List in trash, nothing in trash. List in downloads. Downloads, nothing down. So our primary focus is probably going to be the mail inbox and the documents. Let's move into CD mail inbox. Let's read access code update.eml. Okay, so access code gives us some information. It also gives us a username, password, and an IP address. Probably we could log into the IP address, if SSH is active. So what I can do is I can do nmap 192.168.1.171. 22 is open. Probably I can log into that. Let's also try and do an nmap on this. Nmap and that. Okay, that is SSH. So these two IP addresses are active. It is running SSH, and we have a username and password to log into that. Before logging in, let's also check the okay cd double dot. Let's also check the documents. Okay, cat maintenance memo.xml. Nothing interesting. Please submit bug report, whatever. Okay, cat war from replacement.xml. And this basically technology transfer concerns don't delay email us today, blah blah blah, whatever. So this is not interesting to us. What is interesting to us is this SSH login. So let's do SSH tndra at 192.168.1.171. Um, Timber, what was the password? Did Rascal takes notes of that? should be taking notes. Um, always take notes, very, very important. Okay, let's go ahead and copy paste this stuff. Let's copy that. And this basically was an uh, a mission uh, 4B. This is SSH. Let's do SSH Indra at 192.168.1.171. Timberwolf. Okay, we logged into the machine. Let's do change documents, cat defense.txt, defense.txt. We don't really find anything informative here. Let's cat pmc.txt, pmc.xml. Okay, our new era of private military contract, smart gunner, pocket rockets, whatever. Again, this is not very relevant for us. So let's move into downloads and see what there is. Skybog, Skybog jobs. Looks like a JD for some reason. That's the trash. Trash contains standard password standardization. So let's move to trash and let's see password standards.xml. Okay, trash also contains some login information. I'm going to put that in my notes, and probably that's something that I'll have to look at later. Okay, let's also look in mail. Nothing in mail. So really, there is really nothing in the device except for this whatever password stuff that we found. So let's move. Try and log into the Cobra machine. SSH Cobra at 192.168.1.114. Ricky, maybe is the password. Let's list out. Let's list documents. Documents has a couple of files. Let's look into trash. Trash has again password standards. That's something valuable because we could get some login information. Still password standard XML. Let's read it. Okay, that again gives us the same, password. Let's do downloads. Downloads has two different files, ethos, headline, drone prices, and let's also look in mail slash trash, mail slash spam, mail slash send, mail slash inbox. So nothing in mail. For now, let's read the files, whatever we can. Drone crisis or XML, the drone reseller bomblet crisis. When selecting the appropriate aftermarket hacknet to upgrade your firmware because the difference between keys or waking up to another national nightmare. Don't be the IT responsible for breaking the first line of defense of your nation. Bonus I tech depot, Karen, goggles, and take the ARF65 for joy of right for your life. Scan QR code with blah blah blah. Okay, anyway, um, I like the parallels with the Neuralink or whatever they have mentioned here. It's nice, but nothing very informative. Ethos headline.txt. Headline.txt, and really nothing interesting here as well. Let's move into documents. Let's read RAM upgrade.xml. Congratulations, yet another successful upgrade. This implementation will enable AVM to further sales, whatever. So again, nothing very significant. This is texting.xml. Okay, nothing really significant. So um, it has been a huge waste of time. All we have to do is we have to log into this machine. So AU, TU, Adibon or whatever, 192.168.1.199, and the password is alpha awesome OS phrase. Okay, so we've logged in. We can do a who am I to check who am I, so that user. So let's list what's in documents. Three files in the documents. Let's also list what is in downloads. Downloads. So we have two files in downloads. In trash, sparrow.im. In mail, we have nothing in mail. So let's look into trash first. Sparrow im.xml. Okay, so Sparrow imxml gives another username and password, which is good. Um, and we are running out of time. Let's move to documents. Let's read space.txt. Nothing informative. Defense.txt. Nothing informative. Inventory.xml. Inventory.xml. Okay, this basically has an inventory of list of items. Um, Not interested at this point. Let's look into downloads. Rewards.xml. Nothing interesting. Aerospace headline.txt. Neo-Russian fed up with arms. Whatever. Apparent Chinese theft of proprietary military technology. An exclusive interview with OJ Cup. So whatever, it's basically some news outlet, posting some weird stuff. SSH rtech at 192.168.1.155. Uh, okay, it's the password. Let's see. Let's see what's in trash. Nothing. Mail. Nothing. Documents. We have a directory called control. So let's check into that. So there is a weird file in documents control. Let's keep note of that. And let's do okay. List what is in downloads. Nothing. So documents is something that we have to look into. Documents control. Let's read this tar file. Permission denied. Okay. I don't know why permission denied. Maybe I have to click on this. Okay, that is the horseman virus. So basically what we have seen is the horseman virus. To neutralize it, to know the path to the file, use the Xeon key on it. So we basically have to use the Xeon key on this trash file. The path to the file where the file name is located, you get there, the path of the virus, the documents, blah blah blah. So it basically is telling us how to use the absolute path rather than a relative path. So we have to use the absolute path to mention the file while running the Xeon command. So Xeon path to the file and the file. So to identify where we are, if we do pwd, it's going to give us our path. So let's do Xeon document cont control slash and the file name. We have completed a goal. Um, Successfully, the horseman virus has been removed. We still have like one thing to complete, that is to find the ACS security word. So successfully, at least we managed to remove the horseman virus. One thing to keep in mind is always take notes, because this notes come in handy, right? It appears the virus file is now readable. You should open it to look for more information. I'll send update to Gunring, get more instructions. So let's try and read the file. And reading the file basically gives us some sort of weird data. And I can also see some readable stuff, which is KTONAS, whatever it is. Interesting. There is only a small section of readable text. I wonder what KTNAS means. I think they're also arriving at the same level of what we were looking into the file. Right? Okay. I think that's pretty much it. Um, so basically, that has been the Machine 4A and 4B, Dog of War, and I don't remember what the other one is. Anyway, um, we've completed the Machine 4, and we'll be looking into Machine 5 in another video. Let's quickly take a look at the map once Rascal completes all its, talking. Let's go to the map. Let's look into the map that we breached. So this is the typical network that we breached. We probably SSI'd into multiple different devices in the network. Enumerated the devices in the network, got a bunch of usernames and passwords, logged in, and found the horizontal virus, and we ran the Xeon key to stop it. The next one would be Machine 5. Machine 5 has two of them. We'll take a look at this in another video. Thank you so much for watching.